Namaste and welcome to class, to this beautiful day here in Colombia, in the Caribbean pure paradise. And today I want to talk to you about what really the seeker needs in order to get free. Do you need experience? Do you think you need knowledge? Do you think you need dedication? Do you think we have commitment? All of that you're thinking probably is true. But here let's discern in a few so we have a very clear understanding that part of your path, your mystic path, your mystic understanding requires certain alignments. And each individual have different alignments. Not everybody have the same need to put things in alignment. However, all humanity need to be very aware of what is it that need to put in alignment. In my personal experience, the foundation for your liberation is sincerity, where you truly have born to transcend the mundane and you are ready to see yourself and to see the reality from a different point of view. It's where everything in the mundane world don't have any meaning for you. You have already detached from that grasp of wanting to be similar to everybody, to be in the collective. And in here, you have to be at peace with not being part of the collective and at the same time contributing to the collective. It's not, you may feel excluded, you may feel alone, you may feel different, but make peace with it, because you must be ready for some kind of detachment, some kind of accepting another point of view that is different, that it doesn't want to reinvent another collective, simply as seeing that you don't belong there. The second one is commitment. And it's the commitment to the purity of your sincerity, where you are not betraying your knowing, your sincere knowing for wanting to belong or wanting to impact or wanting to please. You have a commitment, and that commitment reflects into a practice, a sadhana, a daily practice where you are reaffirming that sincerity. And that practice have to come from the flow of different parts of you. It have to come from the flow of earth, where you respect your lifestyle, where you don't harm the earth, when you don't harm the animals, when you don't harm other human beings. You are at peace. You're not creating more karma. So you immediately have certain sensibility of how to be on earth. And that, again, accepted if you are different on that. In that flow of earth, you have a tremendous compassion for life and a tremendous delight, satisfaction, and pleasure for life. Then you have the flow of your own passion, of your own meaning, of your own lessons in here, where you have either to come here, even if it's just to learn one single thing. And that simple thing is not about learning to make shoes. It's about a quality or a virtue of the divine that you have forgotten, or that you have abused, or you have not exercised quite yet. So in that flow of your own heart, you have an impulse, you have an enthusiasm about something that you deeply, deeply like. And with that alignment, immediately you have the sparkles of love, because you are loving what are you doing, and what you are doing, it reflects back the sincerity and the commitment. It strengthens it. And in that, then, is the fourth part, where you need to be aware of yourself. You need to be aware of your presence, the impact that you do, how you're cheating, how you are being impeccable, how you're not betraying yourself. You need to be honest and authentic, very quietly inside. Not because you want to impress anybody, or because you have that inner voice that says you should be that way. You are naturally that way. With that impeccability, you have protection. And with that protection, you are able to have the courage to cross limitations, to cross areas in your life that you don't know. And the more you cross those areas that you don't know, the more you are making alignments that you have resisting, So those alignments are like vectors of energy that touch and create a sparkle of energy, of light, adjust itself. It makes things in the structure much more safe and solid. And with that solidity, which we can call unity, right? The spiritual path and many practices, spiritual practices, underline that unity, achieve unity. But understanding it from this point of view, when you are united through a series of alignment, it comes something very beautiful, and is that you are able to accept and receive the different spectrums of light. When we are declining certain spectrum of light, we are avoiding certain information. So the I know cannot be enriched. The one that wants to expand in consciousness cannot, because it's only functioning in one spectrum of light. Let's say you prefer the light that is purple because it's the spiritual light and is lighter and so on. But you decline the red, then you are not in alignment with all the knowledge, with all the information and potential in your structure and your energetic magnetic field. You don't have the solidity. You're lacking that. Acceptance of the light become more difficult. So for most of us, it's a process. And in each incarnation, this process can be accelerated by consciousness. But declining more the me, I, myself, for me, and not identifying with things that the general humanity sees as is good, right? The other tool that we need is the teacher. And it's not only to have a teacher, but to make the alignment between your inner teacher and your external teacher. Because in that, you find places where you see the teacher either as a worshiping the teacher or giving too much power to the teacher or creating a kind of authority that you submit and you lose power. So the teacher needs to be understood in terms of is there for the teachings, is not going to be your close friend or your, the teacher must have the distance in order to see it. And at the same time, it have a very dearing intimacy with the heart of each individual. So he sends everything and he sends you. So it's a transmission relationship that sustained you, and it put the alignments where it sees it is necessary. That doesn't mean that sometimes in some teachings say, well, you don't need a teacher. But I tell you, it makes it much more slower and much more difficult to find the place. See the teacher as the GPS, right? Where you go to a place, you enter the coordinates and say, take this road, take this road, take this road, and your destination is you have arrived, which is important. That confirmation that you have arrived, because the true enlightenment is so simple that you may not realize you are. So with these tools and with this understanding and with that predisposition, we are able to accelerate the process of unity, the process of full completion in the structure. Now, when I talk about the structure, I must remind you that it's a matter, it's an energy, and it's vibration. So all these forms of the one, the undivided one, have to accept the light of the one, to be one, the undivided, the one without two. You are always in that state, cluttered by misunderstandings, by preconcepts, by beliefs, by ignorance, by assumptions. So peeling the onion, you need the softness, steam of love, and you need a very sharp knife where you cut what is untruth and when you embrace the true nature. And you walk in the path of neutrality where you are not embracing any attachments, preferring things, souvenirs, oh, I can take this with me. Nothing can be taken into the final destination. Or you are saying this is bad and is no part of my life and I reject that. Then you're incomplete, because everything is you in all levels of light, remember? In all levels of light. The dense, the dark, the browns, the mud, it's you. It's part of you. You may not relate it, you may not animate it, but it's within you. And it's in the beautiful cycles of life that these different colors have a place, an opportunity, an environment, an incarnation that is suitable to bloom in its full spectrum. And that is the completion or realization that yes, I am everything. Yes, I am one and only one, undivided by any definition. So take notes as you in your own internal inquiry, into your own internal devotion, into your own internal knowledge, and in the quietness of your meditation, you place the contemplation. What is it that I need for my full realization? And I tell you, just that question, after you have placed that question, pay attention, because it will come immediately. Is one of the things that creation don't deny, and is when the sincere heart says, I am ready to see myself. I am ready to be everything. I am ready just to rest in the infinite love, joy, peace, service of creation. Thank you so much for sitting with me, and I will see you in our next class. Namaste.